Okay, so. So now there's a lot of noise. And then can you keep quiet? The teachers. Okay, so good afternoon. Yeah, I'm here this afternoon with my team. As you are aware, very sadly, we lost 7 learners a few days ago because of a double-story unstable structure. So we have instructed our staff to do physical audits, and they are out there doing physical audits. I decided to come here to Kibera this afternoon, and I have been to a structure called Bombolulu Saint Katherine Bombolulu, about 600 meters from here. I've been to every room, I've been on the floor of the building, and basically there is no difference from the structure that collapsed. And first of all, I want to say very clearly that the government is mainly concerned with the welfare of our children. And so the children from that school, there are 207 of them, they will come to this school because this school has extra capacity. And even when those children are all here, there will still be additional capacity available. You can see for yourselves the spaces available, the buildings that are available. And with the immediate effect, we are shutting down that school. The community must understand that we are acting in the best interest of their children. And that's why we came here. I walked from that place to here to ensure that there was capacity for those children to be enrolled here. Everything that the children need will be given, will be provided for from here. There are enough teachers as compared to the others. In fact, I found out that the teachers that were teaching there are not TSC registered teachers. Here we have, I think, over 24 TSC registered teachers. You have seen me talking to them. I would want to urge everybody to help us to deal with this, because it looks like the building was never approved by anybody and the structure was not registered. So let us work together with one goal, that we get our senses back. There are many schools in this area. There is Olympic Primary School not far from here. There is Toy Primary School and Kibera Primary School. And there are extra capacities that can actually absorb the children whose lives are in danger. Going forward, I want to urge the Fourth Estate to work with us towards getting positive resolutions to the challenges that we have as a Kenyan community together. If there is any question that you would want me to answer,
yes, maybe
and be fair to us, ask us questions related to what we are doing now. Yes.
I wanted to ask the audit that you're carrying out.
Yes.
What is the time frame? If there are certain schools that you've already mapped out, what are these schools and in which areas? I
will tell you that in the time frame we have the immediate, which you are going to be hearing, that we are shutting down schools that we feel are an immediate risk to our children. So even here in Kibera, you may find 1 or 2 others being shut down. Then there is a medium-term framework, which there's a committee that is working on, which will come with a blueprint where we shall say, well, first of all, as we shut down the larger number of schools, where do we take the children to? Because it is the child that we are working for. In the long term, we shall enforce the law as is required. But now, you know, we have to, as we enforce the law, we have to remember the learner. There's life first, and safety, then the learning. So those 3 stages.
Is it a countrywide thing?
It is countrywide. It is countrywide, and you will see my people all over the place. We are going to do this with a very humane face, as you have seen. But when the law comes, we will demand answers. Because you see, if you are going to put a double-story building, it's usually that you build a very stable structure with a stable foundation, and you reinforce the slab that you are talking about.
You had earlier on said you will take personal responsibility.
I have taken personal, as the leader of government in education. I am not a coward. I have taken personal responsibility. That's why I'm coming here to tell you that I'm shutting down that school, because I wouldn't want another child. Do you get the point? The parents may not be happy, but my concern is not them, it's the children. And you see, I have to take responsibility because I'm the leader. Anything else?
Professor, yesterday we were in Fuatanyayo and Kurukayaba, and we saw schools that are in a similar state such as the one you visited. And they are under the guise of alternative provision of basic education. Maybe you can tell us the nature of such.
First of all, I'm going to issue this instruction to my team, headed by Dr. Belio Kipsang, who is our principal secretary, that from now on, any school that looks like the one we have shut down, nobody should wait for me to come and shut it down. We have officers on the ground. Where is Dr. Katuru?
Here.
This is the Director of Quality Assurance. We are empowering those officers to shut down those schools, but to be humane in that as you shut them down, can we ensure that there are schools where the minors are going? And there's going to be no teeth in this process. Are we together? Because what has happened is that people have done things with total disregard to the law. And it's like it is normal. As a person and as a teacher, I fail to understand why children should go to the school I've come from, the Bombolulu one, and not this one. Do you agree with me that it beats all logic? First of all, everything here is free, including books. And you choose to take a child to a dinghy. I can't understand that. And we are not going to sympathize with people who don't obey that instruction.